Friday, nearly 7 o'clock. Nice and cool, 13 degrees and raining, as you can see. Finally a bit of wet weather, take the edge off the temperature because it's been quite sweaty the last few days. I have spent most of my evening replying and messaging people, and again this morning, trying to keep on top of customers and requests. And you know, even though you're flat out every day, you still got to do a bit of the whole, you know, admin, talking, chatting, messaging, emailing. But this morning I woke up to one guy who's given me a 1-star review because he sent an email and I didn't respond. So as frustrating as it is, because obviously all the reviews do affect businesses, he's obviously a bit butthurt that I didn't get back to him because he sent one email. I don't even recognise his name. I don't even think he sent it to the right person, but who knows. It's frustrating because in America there is also an online company who do a lot on Amazon, which is ASC Audio, and I'm constantly getting requests and messages and stuff about things I'm supposedly selling on Amazon. Well, I've never had an Amazon store and I don't intend to, but people pick up on it and instantly email me, and then obviously think that we are the same entity, the same company. We're not. So it could be one of those guys. It could be somebody emailing America or the company in America, not getting a reply and thinking it's me, and he's rated me shit. So thanks, pal, appreciate it. It doesn't look like a real name either. It looks like a bit of a trolly name, like the guy doesn't even exist, he's just doing it because he's an arse. But you know what? It's life. You get them weirdos, you get them saddos. But it is a Friday. Not that that makes any difference to me. But we are on our way in to get some breakfast. It is another full day on the Yaris today. I've got more stuff to do with regards to the amp. We've got to run some cables for the amplifier and things like that. And then after that's done, we can start putting the interior back together. And then the last thing to do is the sub box and the boot floor, and then test and tune it. Got to be ready for tomorrow evening, tomorrow afternoon. That's when the customers come and pick it up. I'm liking the interaction, I'm liking the comments, guys, really appreciate that. And I get what you're saying, Neil, about banging it off the limiter, but A, it's a customer's car, we don't do that. I will, and I have spoke to the customer and said that I will be driving it just to make sure that we've got no rattles or, you know, anything moving around or sounding funky. We are going to drive it up down the road just to make sure that everything is good and silent. But yeah, taking customers' cars out for a bit of a turkey send is not what I'm about. And not only that, is the guy watches the channel. Morning, James. So yeah, I would be pissed if somebody did that to my car. What are we going to do this morning, peeps? Bacon, croissant. I think it's a bacon morning. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bacon morning. Very slippy out, real slippy. It's going to be nice working today without that heat exhaustion. Finally, bit of a break. It's going to be lush. And then there's always that. God love the rain. In a bit.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Morning everyone, how are we? Just turn that down. So we're back on with the GR, the GR. Where are we? So I'm running cables, modifying stuff, I'll come to that in a minute. So we've got sub power and everything else now down to the front, so that's all here ready to go. So we've got our front speakers, tweeters, mids and tweeters, both sides, power cable. Obviously the earth is going to go onto the chassis under here. We've got a sub cable, and I've put in the remote, which is here, the bass remote. That's going to be his little controller to turn the bass up and down. Now in the back, obviously we're going to have this sub mounted in this section, but it was slightly too wide and there was stuff mounted in the bit that we're going to lose. So I've got my saw and my wire brush out, and I've made a new home for the air kind of pump. He's obviously got tyre gas as well, and I've moved the tow hook over this side, so all of those three things were actually mounted in this thing here, but we're binning that off. I've trimmed down the edges because we want a little bit more space, and obviously then our box is going to be this kind of shape with a port, but all this is now mounted and secure. And then the last thing I've got to do now is kind of make the box, make a false floor, and then a little flap to open everything if he wants to see it. Put the interior back in. Dynamat's just turned up. We've got another 2 boxes, so we're going to start covering what we can of the car down here. I've obviously done the boot all across and round, so we're going to crack on with that. Get the door cards back on now, that kind of stuff is done. Figure out an amp board, how that's going to sit with a factory unit, and a key 200.4 and a 500.1 each side of it, and crack on. So there's a bit of kind of figuring stuff out at the minute, and then the last thing we'll do is the woodwork, which we all love. We all love a bit of fab, don't we? So that'll be the last vid, and then a drive, make sure it doesn't rattle, set it up, tune it, done. See you in a bit. Right then everyone, we've started the onslaught of putting everything back together. Side trims, airbag, switch, door panel. I'm kind of figuring out where I'm going to have everything. Door panel, this side's on. Kick trim, obviously we're going to work backwards through the car. Got the rear quarters on the table, or the scissors. So we're going to put some sound treatment on this, because it's like real skinny, thin plastic, and it's going to vibrate. So we're going to sort that out. Oh, look at that, Mr. Toyota. You didn't fit that properly, did you? Naughty, naughty. And that one. Jeez. But yeah, we're going to get these treated, put a bit of sound treatment on these, and then get these back in the car. Bless him, Neil's just phoned up. His little one's been at nursery with somebody with COVID. They've tested positive. So I've told Neil to stay away for tomorrow. This is a shitter because we've got a lot of work in, and I've got to finish this. Late night tonight then. Bollocks. What's up everybody? It's lunchtime. I'm just about to stop to have something to eat. But he's over there. Got all this out now. And I've just started doing the amp board and getting all the cabling sorted for it, how we're going to position the amps and stuff like that. Interior is mostly back together other than the driver's seat, but we've got ins and outs. I've got to get my signals from this one, sub inputs, the orange one is the sub output, powers. We're going to do a DC recognized offset from this, which will then give the blue one amp remote out, so that will then turn on that one, and then that one obviously will go back and feed the sub, and then all we've got to do is build the sub box. But we are getting there, slowly. But yes, I need some food, so we're gonna have something to eat, pause for a minute, get a bit of fuel, and then crack on again. Come back to you in a bit. See you soon. car's just going through its motions, what it can hear, what it can't hear. The microphone's just fallen off. So trying to balance the fucking been a long day. Trying to balance the microphone and it's just fallen off. So this test is going to fail because there's way too much sound, and the microphone will pick up that and go, hang on a minute, what's going on with this? Why does it sound so bad? So we're just going to let it fail. Stupid thing. It will probably tell me that there's too much noise. I'll have to start again. That's better. Cool. Right, stop that. Press the button to accept. Go to music.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
Evening everyone, how are we doing? So it's end of play on Friday. I'm just getting packed up, ready to go home. It's been a very busy day and we got a ton done, so I'm really happy about that. Car is all back together other than the boot build, which we're just starting now. I've had a few little brainstorms, but what I think we're going to do is I've cut out my false shelf so I know how big that's going to be, and then over here this is basically the profile of that. So that shape there is going to be the end panel of our sub box, and obviously the contours from that will add up to all the gaps and stuff in the boot, and it will give me basically an area to work from. So I'll start cutting this out tomorrow and making a box off of it. But other than that, it's pretty sweet. It sounds nice inside. Obviously we don't have a sub attached at the minute. I've done a bit more sound deadening, like in the back where the tailgate was. Let's make sure that's not loud. Grrr. We've got his bass controller working, all the stereo works nicely. Let's turn that down. God, it was at 45. I was blasting it earlier. Avoid excessive acceleration due to temperature. I'm guessing, does that mean its differential is cold? We're not going anywhere in it anyway, but we will take it nice and steady as per the manual's instructions. But what I want to do is stuff it neatly in that little box just in here in the corner, because then I can tuck it out of the way, get the cube and the chaser in. Obviously it's been absolutely chucking it down all day. Camera works a treat, look at that. Yeah, it's been absolutely piddling down all day, so the roads are real wet and slippy, so we shall have to take care on the way home. Cool. Bollocks. Forgot about that. There we go. Let's get the key out, just in case it has total closure. But other than that, peel myself out this car. It's been a good day. We've got it all done. So the majority of the car is finished. We've just got the boot build to do. As well as a full day tomorrow, I can kind of do this. Neil can crack on with odds and sods. That's from the aircon, not a water leak. So we'll get the chaser in, we'll get the cube in, put it right in the corner, and I'm going to take the Lexus home. So stay tuned. Tomorrow we get this thing fitted with some kind of sub and false floor. But for now, he's all good. Thanks for watching as always. See you bright and early in the morning with Neil. He is coming in, I've told him he can. It's the government guidelines. I don't make sense of it either. There was a girl in my little one's class, my eldest, Faith's class, who had positive test for COVID, or her dad had positive test for COVID, so she had to stay home. Faith's little bubble got sent home, so all the kids didn't stay in school, just in case they've got it. But legally we still send Jessica to school, even though she's in the same household, and obviously if one child's got it, the chances are the other one's got it. But that's how it works. So Neil will be in tomorrow, thank God. We've got a busy ass day. Lots of stuff happening, including finishing off the Yaris. But it's going to be a good day. And a goose to finish us off. Right, love you and leave you peeps. See you in the morning, bright and early. Ciao.
You told me you had subscribed to ASC Audio and now you've missed an episode.